Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. Got another busy day. Today we'll talk Bulldog hockey, we'll check in with the Ferris State cross-country teams, and we'll talk men's basketball. First up, head coach Bob Daniels with the Ferris State hockey team. And, Coach, congratulations on a couple big wins this past weekend.
Hey, thanks, Rob. These certainly were big wins, and I couldn't have scripted the weekend to come out any better.
Bulldogs traveling to Bowling Green, Ohio to take on the Bowling Green State Falcons. You win the opener on Friday 4-0. Saturday a 5-3 victory. Talk a little bit about your play in both of those games.
Sure. Well, the Friday night game, even though it scores 4-0, it's like a broken record. That game was much closer. It was 2-0 going into the third period. Once we got up 3, I thought that we really dictated play. So we got up with 3 goals with about 10 minutes to go, and from that point, I thought we really dominated action, got the 4, but nevertheless, really had a strong performance from Taylor Nelson in net. He played really well. Specifically, again, when the game was in question, I thought the very first period, Bowling Green was all over us, and Taylor did a wonderful job of keeping us in the game. And for the first time all year, then going into Saturday's game, we decided to play Taylor Nelson back-to-back. And C.J. Mott, our freshman goalie, who's been outstanding, it was no knock on him. It's just, this was a coaching decision based on the opponent. And as we watched Friday night's game unfold, we noticed how strong Bowling Green was, and they have big, physical, strong forwards that we thought went to the net really hard. And Taylor's been in the program 4 years of strength training. He's stronger than Mott right now physically. And we just thought, you know what, in one game on Saturday, he gives us the best chance to win just because of the way the game was played around our goal. And, I thought early, he kind of fought the puck. It's the first time in a long time he's played back-to-back nights. But as the game went on, Taylor was stronger and stronger and felt more comfortable and looked better in net. And we jumped into a 2-goal lead twice in that game. They tied it at 3. And then again, Taylor came up big, and it gave us an opportunity to get a couple more goals, and we ended up winning 5-3.
How important was it to go on the road and get this sweep after a tough series at Michigan and being able to bounce back and get a couple wins?
That's a great question, because that was our first test of how we were going to be with adversity. Up to that point, everything had gone our way, 6-0, and then all of a sudden we lose 2 at Michigan in a really difficult place to play. Now we've got to go back on the road again the following weekend against a really, what I consider to be a very strong, a very much improved Bowling Green team. They were above 500 when we came into the weekend series. And so for us to come back, I really think it's a testament to our players. I mean, we got back. No one felt sorry for themselves. We worked really hard, and I thought we went in with a real good, focused approach. And to win 2 games after the Michigan losses on the road, boy, that was special.
It seemed like you got contributions from a number of individuals. Friday night, 4 guys with different goals in games, 5 guys with assists. Saturday night, much of the same. Seems like your contributions came from a number of individuals.
Yeah, it did, and we're really getting some great team-wide scoring. And we've been led a lot during the year by Eric Alexander, Kyle Bonus, Travis Willett, and then all of a sudden we've got some different guys emerging now offensively. And one guy, Garrett Thompson, what a weekend he had! He played terrific. And that's allowing us to go deeper and deeper into our lineup. I think right now we have 3 lines, offensively that can generate goals. So, it's some years we've had just 1 line, some years 2. Now to be able to go 3 lines deep, that it looks like now we can go into games and certain guys may have an off night. We'll have other guys be able to pick up the slack.
Defensively on Friday night, at least, the shots were even. Neither team able to capitalize on the power play, but Taylor Nilsson a big night in net with 29 saves.
It was a big night for Taylor. What I think his 2nd shutout of the year already for him, and I thought we did a pretty good job, especially as the game went on. In terms of, even though they had a lot of shots on net, we limited where those shots came from. Early in the first, they were around our net all the time. But as the game went on and we started looking at the shot chart, more and more of those shots started coming from the perimeter, and that's where we want to allow them to shoot from. So, mission accomplished as we went in. Saturday, I think it was a byproduct of us jumping to an early lead. Bowling Green was constantly trying to play catch up, and because of that, they were very aggressive, taking a lot of gambling type decisions on the ice. Their shot numbers went up quite a bit. I think they had 30-some shots on us, which is a lot for us to give up. But it's understandable, as we were always trying to kind of defend a 2-goal lead throughout that game.
You come home this weekend back to the Ava Glavin Ice Arena in Big Rapids, and you take on another improved team, Lake Superior State, a battle of ranked teams. Talk a little bit about this week's matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, I haven't seen the rankings yet come out. We were both, I believe, top 10 teams going into last weekend. That shouldn't change. We should both be solidly somewhere in the top 10. It's great to see Lake State and us both having success in the same season. And it's exciting, the fact that really we're battling for first place this weekend. And the year's early, and you don't want to overplay things, but it's a testament to both programs and the type of years we're both having, that it's going to be a battle for first place. And it really looks like, I think both teams are beyond the point where you say, okay, they had a good start. Now we're kind of, okay, you know what, we're having a good season, and that's, you know, again, I think that's going to lead to great hockey, and hopefully, you know, we'll supply the fans this weekend with some really good action. I think so, though. I think overall these will be exciting games to attend. Both
teams 8-2 coming into the series. The Lakers at 5-1 in CCHA play. You're at 4-2. Talk a little bit about what you expect from them in terms of their style of play.
Well, they're a little bit different. They're kind of like us. You know, they're not traditional in everything they do. In the neutral zone, they do some different things that we wouldn't have seen by pretty much any other team we play all year. They've got a couple of lines that can really hum, that can create offense. They've got maybe one of the marquee defensemen in the league, and Trotman. They're getting outstanding goaltending. So, you know, in a lot of ways, the two teams are very similar. We have solid defensive core. We're both realizing good goaltending, and we can both go 2 or 3 lines deep in scoring. So it's two very similar teams. We're a little bit different than most teams in the defensive zone. They're a little bit different than most teams we see in the neutral zone. We each got wrinkles, so you know, if the past years are an indication too, you're looking at probably a couple 1-goal games.
This is your only home series during the month of November. Then you head to Alaska. You get a break over the Thanksgiving holiday. Talk about the schedule you have coming up here in the next couple weeks.
Sure. Well, you know, it's kind of interesting today at practice. We talked about how we've got a 4-game segment right now, and that's 2 at home with Lake State, 2 at Fairbanks. And these are very difficult games, you know, and you know, ideally as a short-term goal, we'd like to go 3-1. Once we come back from Thanksgiving, we jump back in, we play 4 more conference games, and that'll be against Western Michigan and Notre Dame, 2 other teams that are in the top 10 nationally. You can see our league is very good this year, and so, you know, we got two game series left in the first half. And I think I like the fact that we have a break, because then we can really get after each 2-game segment.
Well, Coach, best of luck against Lake Superior this week.
Rob, thank you.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update after this. Stay tuned.